Headphones. Check. There we go. Check. Yeah, I don't know that I really trust. Man, it's crazy how low gain the RE20s are. I guess I should just turn this thing up all the way and not worry about it. So there we go. Let's see how that is at that volume. What am I missing here? See, you don't really want to be stuck right onto this damn thing. Okay, well, if you guys want to be on, oh jeez, let me know if you want to be on. I'll let you on in Zoom. I'm going to mute this so I'm not talking to myself. Oh, I am going to have to hear later on, and I'll show you why after I hit record here. Okay, welcome to Dropping In at Pipeline Audio. This is number 81, and this is the Rumors of War. And so, first thing I got up here, why do I have two things? That's scary. Tom mic choices. I may be losing the ATM 230s that I've been using for a long time. If you don't know these, they're supposedly the successor to Audio-Technica ATM 25s, which were my very favorite kick drum mic back in the day, though I kind of like D6s more now, but I really like the ATM 25. Me and Jimmy's D did tons of stuff on the ATM 25, which they don't make anymore. They're supposed to have made something similar, newer, but then people said it was nothing like it. But the 230 sure seems like an ATM 25. They come with clips. They're actually on clips, so that I know, if you've been following me at all, I'm all about ergonomics. I just love ergonomics. So I really want things to be able to go as quick as possible. I always think that if you don't have, somebody might have an idea, but by the time you're hitting record, they've already forgotten it. That happens a lot. I know that a lot of times I won't. I just won't record something because it's difficult to do. So I really like ergonomics. And this is a case where you really do get ergonomics with these clip-on mics. I know a lot of people really don't like them. I mean, I take crap for clip-on mics a lot. I've actually tested the things, and I couldn't usually tell you which one I like better, but you can hear kind of a thing when they get hit when their clips are mounted to the drums themselves. And so that's an issue, sure, but I would rather have I always go by the Misfits principle, right? I would rather have a poorly recorded good song than a well-recorded crappy song any day. And so ergonomics are important to me. Real important. And so clip-on mics, I love them. The ATM 230's got clips. I tried it both ways. I thought about getting, a May mounting system where you actually mount stuff inside the toms and snares and everything. I like, of course, I like stuff mounted inside a kick drum. That's kind of my kick drum sound. I just like it. I always have outside mics on, but I barely ever use them. In this new setup, when I just rebuilt the room over the last couple of weeks, I'm actually removing the outside kick mic. You can always put one on if you want, but I'm not going to have one on there by default. Anyway, so there's the ATM 230. I could probably pick some more of those up. But like everything else, if you guys have noticed, they are out of stock at most places, which is interesting. I'm also looking at the new Electro Voices, the ND44 and the ND46, I think they're called. They look really handy the way their heads bend so that you could actually get your mics into exactly where you want them. But there's a $10 thing at Sweetwater, $10 or $11. I forget what it's called. It's like the ball joint. Oh man, let me see if I can find it real quick. It's On Stage. Let me pull it up. It's the On Stage Stands MM01 ball joint mic adapter, and really this. If you ever tried to put a Beta 56 on their A56D, which you got to assume is their clip-on stand that they meant to use with this thing, you notice you can't get the snare mic anywhere near where you'd want it. These ball joint mic adapters give you one more level of articulation, some serious movement, and you can get your mic at just about exactly where you want it. They're $11. I just went and bought 5 of them. I really like what it's doing for the snare. But anyway, the Electro Voice mics, they look like they can really get the mic right where you want it on their clip stand. But it's funny that the 46s don't come with the clips. They may be too heavy for it. I don't know. I do kind of like the soft clips better. I don't trust them as much. Like I think they're going to fall off. But I think that they're going to have more shock, but they probably won't. So I'm looking at those. I'm looking at the 44s and 46s. And of course, you guys are always going to say, well, it's a 421, duh. If it's a tom, you put a 421 on it. But you probably know I have 421s. I don't like using 421s. I've done billions of albums with 421s where it turned out awesome. But at the same time, that was with the studio drummer. And these things are really big. They're hard to place. And they get hit a lot, and I don't want to deal with it. The ATM 25s or whatever, those little clip-on mics, they're way out of the way. So I'm looking at those. I was thinking about Sennheiser 604s, 904s, and stuff. And remember, me and Jimmy had 9 of those things. They work out real good. But I really like the 230s. And I was also looking, of course, I'm looking at the Beta 98s. Those just seem super awesome, don't they? A few times when I've heard them, they've been unreal, but I am worried that the pickup pattern's just not tight enough. And putting a condenser mic there, sure, you're going to get more highs and stuff, but it just seems like there's going to be so much more opportunity for cymbal bleed. And then I'm a little bit worried about just how weak these things are. I actually have some over here, and they've been broken several times. I'm really not sure that's the way to go. I really need robust. Those 230s are robust. I was thinking about a set of Beta 56s. Have you guys, any of you guys running Beta 56s on your toms? Let me know. I know a lot of people say you shouldn't, and I know a lot of people just hate Beta 56s anyway, but I like them. They seem beefy as hell to me, like they're not going to break. So I'm not sure what the problem is, but let me know if you use Beta 56s on toms and you like it. Let me know. In fact, if you use Beta 56s on toms and you hate it, also please let me know. I'd like to know. That's the ones I'm thinking of mostly. Is the Audix D4s and D6s, right? I don't understand why you wouldn't just run all D6s and why you would run any D4s at all. What's the point? Is a D4 better at smaller toms for some reason? I'm just not sure. So anyway, those are my choices, and if you got some advice for me, let me know. I'm happy to hear it. So next thing here, and I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this. This may be a very bad idea. But Audio Assault has a new. They just did an update to the mix bundle, but I don't think they actually changed anything except for the multi-transient. And multi-transient actually looks really good. Let me pull this up. For all I know, this is going to crash, and this is a really stupid idea. But I'm going to try and play this while I'm recording it. I'm doing a routing, if you guys can see, from this channel to another channel, routed internally. I'm going to record the output of the second channel so that I can record what multi-transient does. So I'm going to pull up a really flappity reggae kick real quick. Let me see. What am I hearing, like these clicks and stuff? Okay, don't actually trust this very much. I'm just trying to move a file over. I think this is good. So I'm going to put some flubby reggae kicks on. You're going to hear this in a second. Okay, hopefully you can hear that kick. Now this is a outside kick mic. This is a Beta 52. Actually, it sounds pretty good. I'm just talking crap about outside mics a second ago, right? But to me, it's kind of flubbity. I'm gonna reset multi-transient to factory default. If you can see this, man, I really should just be looping a single thing, but I can't really loop while I'm recording. I'm recording this output of this show in Reaper right now, so sorry. So I'm going to turn this on, and similar to a multi-band gate, you have like a band control, real intuitive here. I'm going to add some attack to the high mids, and I have them starting. Let's see, I'm just going to start them at 104 kilohertz, and they're ending at, let's say, 4 kilohertz. And so I'm going to turn up the attack. Okay, now listen to that. And here's with it off. And if that's too subtle, I'm going to hit the 2-time switch that he included just like last time. And then it's got a clip switch. I never understand clipping. You guys can keep explaining it to me. But here's with clip off. And here's on. I don't know. So I'm going to turn the attack down all the way. Okay, I'm going to send the attack back to the beginning, and let's turn the sustain up. Oh, let me do it 2 times on the sustain. Well, it's almost gated when you turn the sustain down. So that's pretty cool, right? Let me turn off that band. Let's take a look at the low band. I'm going to turn the sustain on the low band. I'm going to bring it up to 180. Put 2 times on it. I bet you could de-mud something here. I'm going to try it on the low mids. I'm going to 2 times the sustain, and I'm going to turn the sustain all the way down. Interesting. You could kind of just deflub something, couldn't you? Anyway, so that's the update to multi-transient. If you guys are already Audio Assault fans, hopefully you are, because this is awesome stuff. So anyway, that's that. Go check it out at audioassault.com. And of course, he's released. I think he's released Reamp. Has he released Reamp? I know a lot of us have the beta, and I know people are talking about it in public, so I think it's out there. You can go check it out. Sorry, I think I'm burpy. A little bit burpy. So the next thing, and this is, I was hoping to have somebody on here to talk about this. Oh man, there was some. Let me go to this Facebook post to bring you the beginning. Some DJ site, and people have been posting this all over Facebook, especially the COVID concert series Facebook page is where I first ran into this. Oh, look, somebody took the page down. Interesting. Oh, that is very interesting. Anyway, what they were saying was, and the wording, I mean, the specific wording was pretty nuts. Let me see if I can find you. I can't believe somebody took this down. Come on, guys, have the balls to keep your stuff up. If it's wrong, just say it's redacted. You know, don't just take it down. Now everybody's confused. Let me find the words. Oh boy. Okay, here's the quote, and this is why everybody's freaking out. Apparently, this is directly from Facebook. You may not use videos on our products to create a music listening experience. Now, at face value, you may not use videos on our products to create a music listening experience. That sounds like, hey, you can't put music in your videos, right? I mean, that's really hard to interpret any other way. There's more of it. Quote, we want you to be able to enjoy videos posted by family and friends. However, if you use videos on our products to create a music listening experience for yourself or for others, your videos will be blocked and your page, profile, or group may be deleted. This includes live. Think of how many people since this disease has come are doing live streamings. You know, these concert series. I'm sure you've heard of lots of this stuff. You know, people are quarantine concerts and all this. I mean, they're doing it on Facebook. You know, I know a lot of you guys are able to monetize your stuff this way. I've never been able to, but it's not really why I do this. But you know, this is important to a lot of people. They figured out how to monetize this stuff, and that's how they're getting through this. And man, it sure sounds scary. So this tore everybody up. Somebody in let's see, I'm on the page cover band. Okay, so let me tell you, there's an article here. It's called Dark Times for Musicians as Facebook's newest music guidelines clamp down on videos and live streams. And this is on a page called coverbandcentral.com. You know, where is it? To quote their article, live streaming your gig or playing for online fans in your living room is definitely a music listening experience. That's all it is. So with those guidelines, everyone who is live streaming a music performance is in violation. The problem here is the vagueness of these guidelines and the lack of a YouTube-like 3-strike rule. This states that your videos will be blocked and your page, profile, or group may be deleted. Well, it may be deleted based on what? Setting a random example, but listen, it's not like YouTube is clear either. Think of how many people have, during the adpocalypses, lost their channels for things they didn't even understand what they did wrong. Think of very recent things where people have done things that maybe China doesn't like, that have lost their YouTube channels completely. They may have upset the mouse, or you know, it's not like YouTube's real clear about this either. And think about Thunderfoot. You know, he's been making science videos debunking anti-masker claims and disease denier claims, and YouTube has been blocking his videos because of it. So it's not like YouTube's clear about their guidelines. But anyway, this is the kind of article that is scaring the hell out of people. And in the last couple of days, there's been so many videos made about this. I want to try and put this record a little bit straighter. And listen, I'm not an authority on this. I'm not an expert on this. The first that came to my attention was somebody, I forget her name. I think she's on the No Word concert series page on Facebook. Actually in the same thread. Her name is Nancy A. Halligan. She did so here's this. I did a live stream earlier about this with an entertainment lawyer. It's on my page, Rockbition. So ROCKBITION on Facebook, if you're interested. And so she had a music, she says, yeah, I mean, she's probably true. I don't know. I don't want to, I want to be accurate here. She says that she had a music lawyer on and, or entertainment lawyer, and he explained it to her. And, the music guidelines are nothing new, and they've been in effect, and they're not going into effect in October 1st. This is actually stuff that's been going on for quite a while, at least since July, I think it is. And she's saying, I think a bunch of them are saying that they just mean songs you don't have the rights to. I'm very leery of this. Okay, now some of you guys may remember. I don't know if this happened before I ever had this show, but there was a time. Let me see if I can actually pull it up. Do you remember? Let's see. This is 2019, so this actually might have been one of my episodes. No, this may have been before I started doing this show. I can't remember. No, March 16th. I think I was already doing it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You guys may remember a time when I was being false flagged by Universal Music, Warner Music Group, a bunch of Bollywood people. My speaking voice was triggering Facebook's content ID system. Anytime I would use certain drum samples that I paid for, it would trigger Facebook's content ID system. If I went out into my recording room and hit my snare, it would trigger Facebook's content ID system. I was being blocked by some seriously large players. So when you tell me that it's nothing to worry about and what will be just fine. They're just, it's only for if you don't own the rights or whatever. You're probably right, but I don't want to chance it. I don't ever want to go through that again. I don't know if you have any idea how small you feel, how frustrating it is that you are just getting annihilated off of any place, YouTube, Twitch, whatever. Was it Twitch? Actually, I don't know if I was getting nailed on Twitch, but definitely YouTube, Facebook. I was just getting blocked left and right in the middle of my streams. And this was, man, I tell you, it was very upsetting. So I don't trust it, but supposedly we're okay. So let me get back to, there was another article. So, all right, listen. This is from NME, all right? I don't know where you stand on CMJ and NME and stuff like that. I don't necessarily consider this like the ultimate in trustworthy news sources, to say the least. I mean, I think you're probably going to get more useful information from NME than Alex Jones, but I wouldn't bet my life on either one of them. Let's put it that way. So from NME, they say, Facebook clarify what October update means for artists on the platform. The social networking site said their commitment to supporting musical expression on our platforms is unchanged. Well, I got to feel that commitment. How did that commitment feel? Did I have anybody I could write to? There was an ex-Facebook employee that actually somebody found and reached out to me and first told me that I was lying and that the content ID system couldn't possibly be getting things wrong. I have no idea why somebody would believe that, but it appears that same person may have gone to bat for me, because eventually this got resolved, but there was other circumstances. So again, they show the quote: "You may not use videos on our products to create a music listening experience." The guideline reads, that's kind of scary. So the enemy, again, this is from NME, but this is what they're saying. A spokesperson for Facebook has now confirmed to NME that although new guidelines will come into effect across the site in October, the music guidelines have been in place for some time and will not affect artists using the site to live stream gigs or share their music. The conditions will continue to apply instead to Facebook users, including music and videos and live streams to which they do not own the copyright. Ooh, I don't know. Let me now listen. You guys know, of course, I do have the page, False DMCA Claims Repository. Now, I started that because it was mostly early on. It was creationists, and later on, it was shall we say political bullies that were using the DMCA claim to shut down science channels. And that's what that DMCA site is really for. Because the DMCA is the one thing that musicians have to protect themselves. It never gets used to protect the musicians. It gets used as a weapon to silence speech people don't like, science people don't like. Good luck with that. Reality doesn't care if you like it or not. But only the biggest of the big get to use it to actually protect their rights. And not only do they get to protect their rights, they get to use it in a predatory way to claim my speaking voice as their property, which is just unreal. Anyway, many artists use Facebook Live to hold live stream gigs over the last few months, while physical concerts have been unable to happen due to the you-know-what. As the pandemic has continued, live stream gigs have become more sophisticated, charging for virtual shows. BTS broke the Guinness World Record, the most viewed concert live stream with their Bang Bang Con. I don't know what BTS is. Now there was a quote. Was this NME? Where was this from? This was I found this quite objectionable. There's a claim it can only pick up pre-recorded tracks using a fingerprint that is unique to each song. Oh yeah? What fingerprint was my voice, huh? It seemed like some scumbag companies out there were buying up drum sample libraries, the ones we all use in songs, or everybody but Glenn Fricker, of course, or synth libraries, and then they were just uploading them to the Content ID system and then nailing anybody whose product song used that, which they can't do. But Facebook was only too happy to using that fingerprint that is unique to each song to nail me and nail many others. So it looks like we're okay, allegedly. So we'll check on that. As long as we're on Facebook, they have this something's coming up, and I just got this blip, the other day when I was doing a live stream of something, and it said Facebook Creator Studio. Sounds a lot like YouTube Creator Studio, which of course scares the hell out of me. But it seems like Creator Studio in Facebook is not really necessarily like the YouTube one. You said you can connect Instagram and Creator Studio. I was trying to figure out what in the hell is it for. I'll just read what they say. Creator Studio brings together all the tools you need to effectively post, manage, monetize, and measure content across all your Facebook pages and Instagram accounts. It also helps you take advantage of new features and monetization opportunities you may be eligible for. Anyone who manages a page can use Creator Studio, though your page role determines the specific information. Anyway, it has like rights managing, creative tools. I don't know. I'm scared because I think that they're saying that live streaming is going to have to be done through there pretty soon. I'm not positive. So if you can tell me more about Creator Studio, please do. It's seems very nebulous to me right now. Of course, I think I talked about it last time on Restream. There was a warning that you have to change to YouTube events versus YouTube Stream now. And, I've always had a little bit of trouble doing that, but right now I'm on YouTube events. That's where this is. If you're watching this on YouTube, I use the YouTube events to launch it as far as I know. Actually, let me check that because who knows? Here is my Restream. And, here it is. By the end of September, Google will only support streaming via the YouTube Events channel option. We will be removing the YouTube Stream Now channel option by the end of this month as well. Please check our HC article on how to set up YouTube events. So that's from Restream. That was just the warning about how it's changing over. And it looks like, I'm using YouTube Events and it's on. Oh, no, Live didn't work this time. I've been trying, of course, I'm trying different platforms because... YouTube, like we were talking earlier, YouTube, Twitch, everybody, they if they don't like you, they'll just kick you off. You may not have done anything wrong according to their rules, or they'll make up new rules around you. It's really scary that, people can work so hard on a channel and just lose it. And, you're going to get all these people that say, well, it's a private company. They can do what they want until it happens to them. This kind of thing is the perfect Niemöller experience, right? It's fine when it's happening to everybody else, but when it happens to you, it ain't fun. So, we've all been trying to diversify a lot. Let's see, I'm on Periscope, Facebook, Twitch, Dailymotion, YouTube, Nono Live, and D Live so far. I'll try to stream to anything I can. I don't trust any of this stuff. Look at the problems we have with Apple. It's not actually a monopoly, but, they do control pretty much what goes on their operating system. And think about how bad that is, even though you do have, the alternative of Windows. And, according to the European Union courts, of course, somehow Microsoft is a monopoly, even though you can run any whatever. That's just software that you can run on specific, actually on any modern computer hardware, I think. Whereas I would say Apple's more of a monopoly, but whatever. Monopolies aren't a good thing. We need as many alternatives as we can possibly get our hands on. And so I've been streaming to everything I could. I of course is still kind of concentrating on YouTube and Facebook. Hey, there's Scott Meyer. Just checking up on him. In fact, I'd love to hear some Revolver news. Just telling him. Yeah, hopefully I can get Scott Meyer on the show one of these days. So if you hadn't seen, let me pull this up for you. Actually, let's see. There was some news. Yeah, so let's go on. So this was December 2019. We're still, man, poor guy. Right when this stuff was starting, the minute this stuff was starting, the no word, this new pandemic, this news came out, December 19th, 2019. Audio Media Research acquires Revolver guitar amplifier modeling from Peavey. And so, the guys, the main guys that you know and trust, they got Revolver. They spun the company off from Peavey, I guess, to this Audio Media Research. And you guys might remember that AMR was a name of I think there were some rack units and stuff from Peavey that used that title AMR. So I know you guys listen. Revolver was way ahead of the game. I think by 2008 or by 2009, they already had stuff on the phone. They had some serious head start on all the other guitar amp modeling stuff, including, and I'm talking, this is probably 10 years old at this point. You remember a couple of years ago when I was really researching computer-based or phone-based guitar modeling for live use. I talked to Scott Meyer, and he said, we have gig mode in Revolver that does that. And it turns out they had like this seamless instant switching in Revolver for like 10 years, man. And so it seems like nothing happened in Revolver for a very, very long time. But as far as I can know, spinning off Revolver into this new company, actually, if you type audio media research in YouTube, if you type Revolver, you're going to find a lot of new things happening, and so they're not asleep. So we're hopefully going to see some really neat things from that. But I think that's really all I got today. I think the takeaway message is the big scare about Facebook. It's probably not. I'm not going to say it's not true. It's probably not as bad as most of the posts were originally claiming. I don't think it's going to be that bad. It could be really bad. You remember, I hate to sound like a stuck record, but I'll tell you, you don't want to go through what I went through with that stuff. So I'm not super sure that I trust this, but it doesn't look like they mean. It doesn't look like they mean what they pretty much clearly said. I mean, I don't know how else to interpret the exact words that they said, but looks like we should be okay. So you know what? Give me your opinions on Tom mics. Let me have them all. Tell me. And aside from that, I'll see you guys next week.